Hey guys, Captain Dave Schneider. It's a guide's life. Just sitting down here tonight shooting. I'm actually shooting my video entry now, and I'll tell you why that is in just a minute or two. But I didn't fish today. I had a guide trip. Raj and I were supposed to go out again today. We fished together for the last 2 days. Caught 75, 76 fish in the last 2 days. Really had a really nice time. Artificial and China fishing, actually. Mostly artificial, but in any case, we had 25, 30 mile an hour winds this morning. It was very cold, and you know, quite frankly, it was a little too much. I think there were only a couple of boats that actually went out this morning, and Roger, I guess, probably felt, and I both felt that it'd probably be best if we didn't go out there. The lake, when it gets that windy, if you ever come down here, when it gets that windy, the water gets dirty fast. But the lake, I mean, when you're talking 25 mile an hour winds, the lake is 4 or 5 foot waves, 3 to 5 foot waves, and those are really big waves in a lake that's fairly shallow, and they're close together. They're difficult to navigate, and so consequently, it makes the lake fish really small. You got to get into the backs of bays to fish, where you can actually get at it and fish. And the problem is sometimes you can't get into the back of a bay, so that becomes a bit of an issue as well. Rim ditch is always an option, but it was really howling. In fact, I'm going to show you how much it was howling because I shot some video this morning at the marina. I was actually playing around with that new trolling motor that I have, and the anchor, automatic anchor function that it has. And first of all, when the way the boat's sitting, there's always current pushing through there pretty hard, and so it was dealing with current and the huge wind. And so I want you to see it. It's kind of cool. So why don't you check that video out first thing here? Go ahead and check that out. That's crazy, right? I mean, the motor just sat there. I mean, and I probably sat there for 20 minutes playing around and doing some different things. I actually shot quite a bit of B-roll with the GoPro there and that thing, and it was cool. It was very cool. So was the weather this morning, no pun intended. But in any case, what I want to do today is I'm going to show you some video that I shot with my drone. Probably about 3 months ago, and what I wanted to say is that when I first came to Okeechobee a few years ago, I came and spent some time, and I'll actually tell you that story sometime, but in any case, it was very intimidating, and that's what I want to get at. There aren't many places where you can go and actually look at the lake, and that was probably one of the more intimidating parts of it. The other thing is I had an uneasy feeling about where do I actually go? How do I get in the water? How do I get, do I have to lock through places? That's all very confusing. I had never really been through locks before and things of that nature. And so anyway, I shot this video specifically to kind of ease some of that tension for somebody who's coming into Clewiston. And the video starts coming off at 27, and then it kind of makes its way around the marina itself, where we meet and pick up our shiners and where guides meet their guests and whatnot. And then I actually go around past the boat dealership, Roland Martin Marina, the boat dealership. I guess I've said that twice now. Whatever. And then over to the boat launch. Eventually out through the locks. One of the things I want to tell you about the locks, and I did do some. And it's not meant to insult anybody. If you've been here, you probably aren't going to give two flying hootenannies about this. But either way, it's kind of neat to see stuff from the air if you haven't seen it. But the thing about the boat launch is this, and I'll say, or the locks are this. First of all, they're on demand. So when it's lock operational hours, which are usually like, 5, 6 in the morning until usually 8 o'clock at night, well before daylight and after dark. And you just push a button, and then when they can, or as soon as they can, they'll open the gates up, let you in, and lock you through and what have you. The locks are open when the lake hits 15 feet, 8 inches, 15.5, so 15 and a half feet. And the locks remain closed. You have to go through them as long as the lake level goes above that. Once the lake is below 15.5, they keep the locks. The spillways are just open. They're not spillways, but the locks themselves are just open, and you just drive right through. So that hopefully will help you if you've wondered that. But check out the video. It's pretty cool beans. It's really some neat stuff, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, by the way, I've been watching the Michigan-Florida State game. I'm not going to really tell you where I stand on this whole deal, but I'm not particularly happy right now. So if you see me glancing away, I'm looking at that stupid TV. In any case, enjoy the video. All right, guys. This shot starts with a turn off of 27, and now we're headed actually towards Lake Okeechobee and towards the marina. As you go down here, you're actually going to make a right by the condos that you see kind of on the left corner of your screen there. You see that white vehicle right there? That's the path you're going to take in. These condominiums and hotels you're flying over right now, that's all part of the marina. Of course, this is the marine store itself. This is where you'll actually meet your guide in the morning. Great restaurant here called The Galley in the morning for breakfast, right underneath that blue canopy. And then, of course, the Tiki Bar is right to your right. If you wonder about these big boats, you can get all the way from the Atlantic to the Gulf of Mexico through this waterway. And that's why you see these big boats stopping for gas and whatnot. They go through it. That's the Tiki Bar directly under us here. And now we're going to head back out and towards the boat launches and towards the boat livery, or I'm sorry, you can. It is a boat livery because you can rent boats there, and also the boat sales store. This is the turn now. We're headed right down towards the basin where the main launch is. You can see there's more condos down here. Those are privately owned. You can see the rim ditch on the other side of the mound there. There's actually a launch you'll see at the end of this video on the other side of that. This is a beautiful launch area. I mean, there's lots and lots of parking, lots of stalls. It's easy to get in and out here. Great place to launch. Clewiston, Florida. Now we're actually headed, we've launched the boat and we're headed towards the entrance to the lake. And if you go to the right up here, where you can see it bends to the right, that goes back up towards the marina, the marine store where the guides pick you up and whatnot. This is the boat basin here where you pick underneath the white canopies there. There's a bunch of boat slips there. That's where you can rent a boat slip if you bring your boat down. It's also a great place if you're going to rent a boat. That's where you pick it up. And that, of course, is the boat livery, the boat dealership as well. Straight out there, you're looking at the Clewiston Cut. I didn't really reach up high enough, but on the right over there, if you go up this canal, there's the entrance into Coot Bay, very popular place. And anyway, from here, it's just going to circle back around and show you the other boat launch. You can get it. There's a little bit of a look. There's Coot Bay. In any case, enjoy the rest of the picture, guys, and the rest of the images. I hope this video actually helps, makes it a little less intimidating as you come in here. That's the locks that you would normally lock through. They're open in this particular image because, again, the lake level was below 15.5. All right, man. Okay, well, that's the aerial footage, the aerial view. Hopefully that kind of takes away some of the sting and the nervousness if you've never been here. Also, it's really always kind of neat because you can't really go places and see the lake necessarily. But it's pretty cool to be able to get a little bit of a bird's eye perspective on the lake and look at the Clewiston area. You can, from that picture, from that image, you can see East Wall, West Wall, Coot Bay, and of course the Clewiston Canal. And so hopefully you appreciated that and enjoyed that. Not much to rant about tonight. Oh, well, one thing I will tell you, this is the world we live in. I started to shoot my video entry. I went over to geez, where did I go?
Wellington.
Wellington. I went over to Wellington to
watch a movie.
Thank you. Watch a movie and get some dinner and whatnot on my magic helper over here. And anyway, so I get out. I get out of the vehicle and I've got my Osmo Pro and literally I'm outside my vehicle for less than 2 minutes. And I'm pointing the thing up in the air and in my face and I'm talking like I typically do with those cameras. And I'm nowhere near the store that's in question here. But in the 2 minutes that I'm out there, I literally have a manager walk into the shop and tell me that they've had someone complaining or customers complaining about some guy shooting or taking pictures of them in the parking lot. And I'm thinking to myself, you have got to be kidding me. And the irony is my wife was actually in the store in line when this person started complaining and she said, oh, that's just my husband shooting his vlog. He's probably just looking at the thing and talking to himself. But they still saw fit to come out there. And of course, you need to know this. If you don't do this much, you should know that you can't just go shooting on private property. If they have the right to tell you, hey, none of that here. And so I try not to get too cranky about the whole thing. But it was enough to where I was agitated and put my camera away and shot my intro right here in the comfort of my own home. Anyway, guys, it's a guide's life. Going fishing in the morning. I'm gonna get you on some fish in the morning. I've got a fella coming in with his son and his grandson. We're gonna fish for about 4 hours in the morning, and we'll get you shooting. We'll get some shots of that tomorrow, and that'll be in our vlog tomorrow, and we'll get back on the water. So, listen, I appreciate you guys watching this stuff. This thing is taking off like crazy. Hit that little subscribe button wherever it is, and leave me some comments. I really want to know who's watching, and if you got a comment or a question. Questions are great because it starts to create dialogue in the video, and that's really great stuff. So appreciate you watching very much. Michigan just scored on a pick 6, and so now I'm automatically a little bit happier. But I don't want to antagonize any of my followers or viewers either. Anyway, God bless you guys, and thanks a bunch.